The prosecution of former President Donald Trump in New York has become a political spectacle, drawing sharp criticism from legal experts like CNN's Elie Honig. Honig, a former federal prosecutor, has called out the case as an unjustified mess, highlighting questionable legal maneuvers and potential overreach by the prosecution. This case is not just about alleged financial misdeeds, it strikes at the heart of our justice system and raises serious concerns about fairness, due process, and the equal application of the law. The outcome will have far-reaching implications, potentially setting a dangerous precedent for how political opponents are treated in this country. Honig's criticisms carry significant weight, given his extensive experience in handling complex financial cases. He argues that the prosecution's approach is riddled with flaws, particularly their reliance on novel legal theories. This departure from established legal norms raises red flags and suggests a willingness to push the boundaries of the law to secure a conviction against a high-profile target like Trump. The use of such unconventional legal tactics undermines the integrity of the justice system and erodes public trust in its impartiality. Furthermore, the timing of the charges and the highly politicized nature of the investigation cannot be ignored. The prosecution, led by Manhattan District Attorney Democrat Alvin Bragg, appears to be driven more by political ambition than a genuine pursuit of justice. This case has been marred by allegations of bias and prosecutorial misconduct, further fueling concerns about the fairness of the proceedings. The prosecution's case rests on shaky ground, relying heavily on circumstantial evidence and questionable interpretations of financial regulations. Their attempt to elevate relatively minor accounting discrepancies to the level of criminal conduct is a dangerous precedent. This approach sets a low bar for prosecution and opens the door for the weaponization of the justice system against political opponents based on flimsy pretexts. The implications of such a precedent are chilling, as it could deter qualified individuals from seeking public office for fear of politically motivated prosecutions. One of the most glaring issues highlighted by Honig and other legal experts is the prosecution's reliance on an untested legal theory involving alleged violations of campaign finance laws. This novel interpretation of the law has never been used in a similar case and could have far-reaching implications for future prosecutions. The prosecution's attempt to criminalize what amounts to routine business practices is deeply troubling. Their focus on alleged hush money payments, while ignoring the broader context of Trump's business dealings, suggests a politically motivated witch hunt. The lack of any clear evidence of criminal intent further weakens their case and reinforces the perception that Trump is being unfairly targeted. Moreover, the prosecution's case has been plagued by a series of missteps and questionable tactics. From leaked grand jury information to allegations of witness tampering, their conduct has raised serious ethical concerns. The prosecution's aggressive pursuit of Trump, despite the weaknesses in their case, raises serious concerns about the politicization of the justice system. Their willingness to deviate from standard practices and employ novel legal theories suggests a determination to secure a conviction at all costs, even if it means jeopardizing the integrity of the legal process. The Trump prosecution highlights a disturbing trend in American politics: the increasing use of the justice system as a weapon against political opponents. This trend transcends partisan lines and poses a grave threat to our democracy. When legal institutions are perceived as tools for political retribution, it undermines public trust in the rule of law and creates a climate of fear and intimidation. The unequal application of justice is particularly concerning. While ordinary citizens face the full force of the law for minor offenses, powerful individuals often seem to operate with impunity. This double standard erodes public confidence in the fairness and impartiality of the justice system. Also, let's consider the case of Hillary Clinton, who was investigated for her use of a private email server while serving as Secretary of State. Despite the potential for mishandling of classified information, no charges were ever filed against Clinton or her aides. This outcome stands in stark contrast to the relentless pursuit of Trump for what amounts to relatively minor financial irregularities. This erosion of public trust is perhaps the most enduring legacy of this case. The weaponization of the justice system for political ends is a dangerous game. A Gallup poll conducted in 2020 found that only 14% of Americans have a great deal of confidence in the criminal justice system, the lowest level ever recorded. This decline in trust is a serious problem, as it undermines the legitimacy of our institutions and makes it more difficult to uphold the rule of law. There are many factors that have contributed to this erosion of public trust. These include concerns about racial bias in policing and sentencing, the overcriminalization of certain offenses, and the perception that the justice system is more interested in securing convictions than in seeking justice. The prosecution of Donald Trump has exacerbated these concerns by fueling the perception that the justice system is being used as a political weapon. Regardless of one's political affiliation, it is hard to deny that the pursuit of Trump has been relentless and often politically motivated. When people lose faith in the institutions that are supposed to protect them, it creates a climate of fear, cynicism, and instability. It also makes it more difficult to address important social problems, as people are less likely to cooperate with law enforcement or support necessary reforms. The outcome of this case will have far-reaching implications for our democracy, regardless of whether Trump is ultimately convicted or acquitted. If Trump is convicted, it will set a dangerous precedent for the prosecution of former presidents and other high-ranking officials. It will also likely further inflame partisan tensions and deepen the sense of distrust in our institutions. On the other hand, if Trump is acquitted, it will be seen by many as proof that the justice system is rigged in favor of the powerful. This outcome could lead to further erosion of public trust and make it even more difficult to hold powerful individuals accountable for their actions. The future of justice in America depends on our ability to restore public trust in the fairness and impartiality of our legal institutions. This will require a concerted effort to address the systemic problems that have plagued the justice system for decades, including racial bias, overcriminalization, and the influence of money in politics. It will also require a commitment to depoliticizing the justice system and ensuring that it is used to uphold the rule of law, not to settle political scores. We have a special announcement. We're currently facing shadow banning on YouTube. Your likes and subscriptions can help us combat this. Stand up for free speech and help protect the free exchange of ideas online. Thank you for your support.